Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is LeSquatch and welcome back to the modded full stack server. So since the last episode, I got rid of our little entrance here to the base. I thought it was detracting from the overall look and I couldn't really get my head around the whole design concept of it. So I tore it down and put it around some of these paths. I think that looks a bit nicer. And started to work on a wooden floor. I'm not entirely sure about this yet. It looks a bit plain, but we'll see. I'm not that great at building, but I think this looks better than it did before. I've also separated the crusher system from the actual biofuel generators. So we now have a separate drawer for excess biofuel, so that'll help in the long run. Because when I logged on here this morning, or this afternoon even, we'd run out of biofuel and all these were off. Speaking of power, you'll be pleased to see we have a lot of stuff in here now. So before going to bed last night, I put a blue lens on here, because that encourages lapis and cobalt, which is exactly what I wanted. So we even have more ardite and more of everything than we had before. So this obviously doesn't only produce blue-related materials, it also does everything else, but is more likely to produce blue-related materials, which I really like. So we can keep it on that for a long time, and then maybe change it to, I don't know, cyan or yellow or something if we want gold or diamonds or, yeah, that sort of stuff. I also set up a second box for sugarcane and harvested a little bit. This filled up, so when I logged on I immediately crashed due to all the entities floating on the floor. So I put a void upgrade in here, so that destroys all excess items. And then I set one up for this, so if I turn this back to, what was that? Use item, entity, generic click, place block. Use item on block. Oh, okay. That works as well. Was that really quiet? Is that quiet for you guys as well? Oh, it's because I got this the muffler underneath. So yeah, that was running, but I just turned it off for now because we have enough sugarcane to last a long time. It's like 300 paper. No, 900 paper. Yeah, words. And we got that in like 5 minutes. It was ridiculous. It was so fast. And that's with the torturine on 100%. That's my sort of that's my what should we call it? Relenting or compromise. That's my compromise for using the torturino, is that it's on 100%, not 400%. So that's pretty cool. So in today's episode, I would very much like to upgrade my Tinker's tools. So I forgot to mention last time there were some spare tools going in the spawn. At least I hope they were spare. Don't tell anyone. So I got this iron obsidian hammer, which was significantly better than my old one. It had more luck and it had more durability and obsidian on it. So can we see the... Yeah, durability 1200, this one was 916, so a little bit better. Not actually too much, but a little bit better. And it had fortune 2 on it. So that was pretty sweet, so I started to use that. And my pickaxe, this was the one that was in the chest. I've kept this one because it still has the wood on it for auto repair. And this one had less luck on it, so actually I've just left that alone. But they both have auto repair on. And in order to do that, by the way, you make a ball of moss as you would in the older versions of the pack. So that's how you make a ball of moss. Then you right click on a bookshelf, which doesn't use up the bookshelf, which I was quite surprised about. Excuse me. And you get this mending moss. Sorry, I'm still ill. This lurgy is lasting forever, but I'm quite motivated to make these videos at the moment. So today's episode, I would very much like to upgrade the tools to cobalt. So we'll use some of that. And upgrade the sword to manulin. So I'll definitely use some of that. And also to make a cleaver, because at some point we want to go into the nether and get some wither skulls. Because there are some pretty cool things you can do with the nether star. Once obviously defeat the wither. It's used for the structure blocks, so upgrading the miner in due course. And it's used for something specific that yes, this. Quantum Quarry from Extra Utilities 2. This, combined with whatever those blocks are called, they're not that expensive, creates a quarry using power, and it doesn't interact with the land. It pulls blocks from wherever, some unknown dimension. And it uses power, and it uses a lot less power than this. This is like specific ores, whereas that quarry will get like stone, gravel, sand, and all the sort of junk materials. But we can then feed that into a recycler and start to make scrap. This sort of scrap. Or maybe this from Tech Reborn. And then we can use that to make UU matter eventually. And once you start to make UU matter, then my knowledge stops. I haven't actually found any way of getting the UU matter from the... So this UU matter liquid, I have no idea how to actually use it. And then this UU matter from Tech Reborn, you can use it to make some interesting blocks, like diamonds, emerald ore, lapis, and yeah, logs and grass and sugarcane and stuff. So that's pretty cool. But I really want to be able to make, at some point obviously, this quantum armor which requires iridium ore. And in order to get iridium, you have to either mine it from Tech Reborn, but then that just gives you the block, it doesn't actually give you the ore. So I don't know how to process it, and it doesn't say, which is really frustrating. So I don't know how to process it, but I will get it at some point. But anyway, let us... Oh yeah, I also added a travel anchor to here, so it goes down to Le Mine. Oops. Destination is obstructed. Oh, that is unexpected. So let's head over to the smeltery. I still need to build my own one. That will be useful, really. I did see that someone had already put cobalt in here, so 2 blocks worth, and there was manulin. Looks like someone's come along and pinched it. But that's fine. 2 blocks is 18 ingots, so I think you get 3 per ore in this one. I'm not entirely sure. But I'll use what's in here and then replenish the stuff that I take. So I'm going to get a pickaxe head, a hammer head, and a shovel head. Seeing as we can make quite a lot of this stuff now, there isn't actually a shovel head in here. Maybe I won't make a shovel head. So yeah, pickaxe head and a hammer head is definitely on the cards. So I'll get that smelted up and I'll be right back. Right, I think that we are ready now to make the cleaver. Not entirely sure if this is the best way of going about it, but it does do 18.2 attack damage. So that seems pretty sweet. Just out of curiosity, actually, that says 18.2. What does this say? 6. So yeah, I know that this is slower than a normal axe, but I think this will probably do for now. Let's see. That's not bad, actually. Presumably, it doesn't need to go too much past that. I'll have to try this out. Let's see what this does. Oh, we can always put redstone on it anyway. I think that helps it. Yeah. So that's pretty sweet. It does 18.2 attack damage. Yeah, it is. Oh wow, it's massive. Damn. I didn't realise it was that massive. Woo! Oh, damn, that is massive. Right, how are we doing for this? I need to replace some of this stuff because I've been using it. Oops. That's should be maybe another 3. I'll be generous. Leave more than I took. So, I think he's overcompensating. Everything in proportion. So, yeah. So let's replace this with a cobalt head. So, oh man, it almost doubles in durability. Speed goes up by 3.5. Attack goes up by 0.1. That's not really much. Bonus speed. So yeah, that doesn't change anything. Momentum. Mining blocks increases your speed as long as you keep going. Won't be needed to be asked twice. Yeah, words. So let's put the cobalt head on this as well. That almost doubles in durability too. Increases in speed, gets momentum. Oh, it takes off magnetic 3 though, but it still has magnetic. Yeah, that'll do. But it of course now requires us to repair this with cobalt, so we're gonna have to be careful on how much we use it. But yeah, I think that's pretty good going. Have I missed anything else? So, no, I'm raising my arm still. So yeah, I think that's good for now. Let's go back to the base. Using our sneaky... Oh, we can test it on this. Die! 2 shot that. That's pretty sweet. Oh, bouncy, bouncy, bounce. Okay. Zoom back. And let's put... Oh man, all the noisy machines. Let's put some... let's think. What would be good to modify? Maybe some quartz? I mean, we do have a lot of quartz. I was just looking at it, wasn't I? Yeah. 27 in there. Yay, episode is done. Congrats. And we have lots of them in here. Let's actually not take too much because I want to get into something else this episode. Let's try redstone. Does it say anything to do with like refresh speed? No, it doesn't. Right, in that case, can you add redstone to it? And if so, what happens? So that redstone bonus speed plus 18? Sure. 3 modifiers remaining. Do we want to add any more beheading to it? That is the question. Because we can do that quite easily with some obsidian and ender pearls. So we add this in. Gives you beheading 3. What was it before? Beheading 2. And each level of beheading gives 10% chance to get enemy head-on kill. Okay. So let's... Oh, can you not... Oh, wrong slot. Beheading 4. Beheading 5. So now it has beheading 6, right? Oh no, it has beheading 5 at the moment. So 50% chance to get head-on kill. Giggly. Seeing as this is clumsy, let's just max it out. Yep, we maxed it out with beheading. Now the question is, what type of heads can you get? Can you get cow heads? Oh, I killed them in one go though. Damn. One shot. Is that... Oh, okay. Yeah! Die, cows! Rah! So do you get cow heads? No. Can you actually have a list of the heads you can get? Gaia Guardian's head. Damn. Tormented Enderman head. Enderman head. Ooh. Now, what was that? That was weird. Oh, you can't actually get... What's... Oh, skull, of course. Duh. Okay, what else can you get? You can get obsidian skull. Interesting. Obsidian skull ring. Don't know what that does. Sure. It does a thing. It has properties. Obsidian walker warding boots. Ooh. +1 armor. So maybe not. Yeah, weather skeleton skull. That's pretty decent. That's decent. So, do we want anything else on this? We could train it up to get more modifiers. In fact, we already have one extra modifier. So, do we have any necrotic bones? I don't think we do, because we haven't killed any wither skeletons. But do we... Have we happened to pick one up? No. Okay. So, let's put some lapis on it to increase the drops from everything else. So, that gives us a very funky looking sword. Sure. Luck 1. That'll do. Can we add any more on? Seeing as we do have some lapis from the miner. Let's add all of it. Yeah. So what's that giving us? Luck 1. And it has looting 1. So that's good for now. What does this look like in third person? Oh, that's pretty gigantic. Also, whilst I remember, I can't remember if I said last episode or did it last episode, but I updated the graphics card, updated the texture pack. So for whatever reason, I had like an old version of Faithful 1.10. So now it has the proper IC2 textures in it. So they look a bit more like teardrops rather than like oblongs. And we now have the proper texture for steel and copper and tin. So that makes things look a bit nicer. You machines are so loud. Why are you so loud? I hope this isn't coming across loud in the video. Or maybe is it just weird like volume issues? I can turn these off in configs, I do know that. So yeah, let's... Oh, we should put... Oh yeah, put mending on it. Yeah, let's do that. We need to kill a few more cows first to actually get the mending... Well, get a modifier for mending. In fact, how many more levels do we need? 70 XP. So, we could take this into the nether if we weren't woefully underprepared. But anyway, I want to get onto something else this episode, which is refined storage. I think... We've been going on now far long enough. In fact, let's just hang on. This is annoying me. Off. We've been going on now for long enough without some sort of decent storage, and these chests are getting clogged and they're cluttered, and I'm forever trying to find something, and this is overflowing. So yeah, I think refined storage is definitely on the cards. So we need to get a lot of iron for this. We need to get a lot of quartz, like a lot of quartz. Probably all of this quartz that we have, and actually let's leave that in there. So to get started with refined storage, you will need to get what's it called? A refined storage. We need to find this, solderer. So we need 2 pistons and 6 quartz enriched iron, which is just quartz and iron. Hence the quartz enriched iron. So let's turn all of you into that, because I know that we're going to need a lot of this stuff. So I will go ahead and make these pistons, and I'll also make... Okay, I can't do... I can make a few machine casings. I'll do like some basic stuff, and I'll get that stuff ready, and I'll be right back. Right, so as the sun sets, which is quite nice. Oh, spoke too soon. I've pulled a cable all the way over here, and I've made this, what's it called? Controller, which is a diamond, 4 quartz enriched iron, 3 silicon, and 1 machine casing, so pretty straightforward. And it saves the power once you put stuff in it as well, which is pretty nice. So that is all you need, because I think this shares power. I might be wrong, hopefully I'm not. But I can plonk that on top, and if I say craft me one of those, it'll go ahead and craft it. So we need to make a grid, which requires improved processors, destruction cores, another improved pressure, and a construction core, which requires glowstone. Luckily we have some of that, and some nether quartz, and a basic processor, which is printed silicon, which is just silicon, which I think is the same stuff that we have. I hope it is. Redstone and printed basic processor, which is iron. So some good things. Yeah, silicon worked good. So we can make some of these things fairly straightforward. I'll just go ahead and make the first one on camera, because I know that this is not like a revolutionary mod, but it could be new for some people. So this is how you do like the beginning steps. I'll eat some toast while this cooks up. Yeah, it seems to be a bit slower when you start to make the actual chips. So now we have a basic processor. Sweet. So I'm going to go and make this grid. In fact, I need to make a crafting grid. So I need a crafting table and a diamond as well on top of everything. I'm also going to make a disk drive, which is something very similar. And then I'm going to make some 4K storage disks, because we have a lot of items already. And I don't think 1K would actually be doing us any favours at all. So I'll get all of that sorted. So I need some more gold. Oh, no I won't. 1K storage parts require quite clear glass. Oh, almost had it. Clear glass, which is just glass in a smeltery, okay. Or sand in a smeltery. I've been using the smeltery at spawn. I should probably make my own one at some point. But I'm surprised there's no like mod independent alternative. But anyway, I'll get those things sorted and I'll be right back. Right, so I think that we finally have enough for the 4K storage disks, and we can make 4 of them. It's pretty sweet. So let us take these up. Well, I'll keep 2 of them, because they're actually quite useful. And I'll put the disk drive down here, and throw in some of these, and put the crafting grid down on top. Does it link up with the glass? Yes, and we can probably live with that. And we can put stuff in. Oh, this is the greatest thing in the entire world. It's a bit laggy, but never mind. And it's sorted by number. Perfect. Can we directly shift right click on this? No, we cannot. That is a pity. But then we can just do that. So, there we go. So not too bad. Oh yeah, I also wanted to make a mending thing for the sword. So how many levels does this use? 10 levels? Ugh. It's almost up to a level 30 enchant then. But I have one more modifier on the sword, so let's put mending on it. Yeah, or mending moss. It's kind of mending. So, how many slots does one inventory's worth of stuff actually give, or actually use? Can I space click? No. Well, this is going to be fun. So that's good. And we're already 14% of the way full. I definitely think we're going to need some more storage for this this endeavour. We do have a lot of items. I've been playing on this server for actually quite a long time. I haven't been recording on it for very long, but as I said in the last few episodes, I have been ill. So this server has been quite nice to just jump on and dab around for a bit. Not bother to record, or not feel the need to record, and just, yeah, have some fun. So how are we doing now? Oh, I thought that was usage then. Whew, right, almost a third of the way full. We might be able to do it. I mean, it's a big might. We're probably going to have to make, or definitely have to make more of these 4K things at some point. Yeah, definitely. Can we get everything in? I doubt that we can. Oops. Gimme. So yeah, I'll move all the things that I can over. I'll probably end up making some more 4K storage drives. And I'll come back with you guys when all this is moved over. So there we have it, guys. It's all gone. All of the chests, all the crates even, have been moved into the refined storage. Oh, wow, you don't actually see the discs on here. That's quite strange. Yeah, this one's full, this one's full, this one's full, and this one's half full. we got everything in with 86% of the way to go. And let's just drop these last few items in. And there we go. Everything is in there. We have 2.1k seeds, bearing in mind that's overspill from the 8,000 we have in there. And we have more sugarcane, but that's not linked up yet. So I think that we're doing, quite well for ourselves. So in the next episode, or perhaps a little bit in this episode, I'll just check the time. So in the next episode, we will be finally getting into armor. And I think I'm going to go with the dark steel stuff. This looks pretty sturdy. Dark steel stuff looks pretty sturdy. Lots of alliteration. And yeah, you can also enchant it as well, which you can get quite good enchants on it. Night vision. Does it show you the other ones you can enchant it with? Oh yeah. So you can use an enchanter, also from Ender.io, to craft as many of the different enchantments as you actually like. So you can get XP boost, auto smelt, feather falling, blast protection, skip ahead a bit, Bane the Wrathful's knockback, unbreaking, mending, punch, flame. So lots of good stuff on that. Well, that seems to say it takes power. Oh, that's in the recycler there. Okay, no, it doesn't take power. But yeah, I think that will do for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Like, would be very much appreciated if you have. This has been LeSquatch. I shall say thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next episode. Yay!